All right, some of the hottest notes right now for summer are lemon, fig, pistachio, and I do have some with lemon. I have some with fig, but I did not have any with pistachio. So I said, why not? I'm going to add a few more fragrances into my collection, especially with that pistachio note. So I got two. I ended up getting Pistachio by DS and Durga, and then Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali. And I got to spend the last couple of weeks sampling these fragrances to see what I think of them. And I actually do like one better than the other. If you want to know which one I recommend and like a lot better, then definitely keep watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sasha's Scents. I'm Sasha. On this channel, I do fragrance reviews. So if you enjoy that type of content, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then you know every time I upload a new fragrance review. Plus, I would love to have you as part of this fragrance family. I'm super excited about today's video because I've added some pistachio fragrances into my collection. But before I get into reviewing those fragrances, I have to thank Gona Jewelry for my beautiful necklace they sent me, as well as this charm bracelet. They were kind enough to send this to me quite a while ago, and I've actually worn these pieces in several videos. And then I realized after I filmed my video that I forgot to thank Gona Jewelry. And no, this video is not sponsored by Gona. They sent this to me and I just wanted to mention their name. I'll put a link to their website in the description box if you guys like charm bracelets and necklaces and all that fun girly kind of stuff, then definitely check them out. Again, thank you so much, Gona, for sending me this beautiful necklace and this bracelet. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, the first fragrance I'm going to review is Pistachio by DS and Durga. And this was actually a cult classic studio juice, so to speak, that came out last year in 2022. It was limited edition. They had like 100 bottles, but it was so good. People were literally going nuts over it. And so they decided to add this particular fragrance into their line of fragrances, which is great because it is a really nice fragrance. Now, this is unisex. It is right down the middle, which is perfect. And the perfumer for this is David Seth Moltz. I think he did a really nice job with this one. And if you guys love pistachio, you're getting a lot of pistachio in this particular fragrance. And it's delicious. This reminds me so much of an Italian pistachio cookie. You bite into them, it's that vanilla, it's moist, and then you get the part where you get the pistachio and it's slightly salty, nutty, crunchy, just absolutely decadent, gourmand, delicious. You're going to smell edible wearing this one. That is definitely what I picture in my mind when I smell this fragrance. It is so, so good. Now it opens with pistachio as well as some cardamom. Now definitely pistachio is taking center stage, but you're still getting some soft whispers of that cardamom as it starts to warm up more on your skin. You'll notice in the heart there's more pistachio as well as some roasted almond, which smells even more nutty, delicious. And then in the base, you're getting even more pistachio as well as some patchouli and vanilla. So that vanilla is what's giving this fragrance some slight sweetness. It's definitely not one of those fragrances that's overly sweet. I think it's got that balance with that slight saltiness from that pistachio and that sweetness. Again, it does smell like a decadent Italian pistachio cookie. Those of you who've had those will know what I'm talking about. It's just absolutely delicious. Now this one is perfect for year-round, most occasions. It works well, like if you work in an office, if you're, going out on the town, date night. It fits with most occasions. So it's a really nice, crowd-pleasing, likable scent. It has really nice longevity, nice projection. It projects past an arm's length for the first half hour, and then it gets a little closer to the body, probably like an elbow's length, that you're having this bubble around you. People are going to notice this scent. They're going to be complimenting you. You're going to smell absolutely edible. Don't be surprised if people get closer and closer to you because this is just delicious. But I love this one, long lasting, very nice fragrance. And again, this one was Pistachio by DS and Durga. All right, this is Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali. I had heard so much about this particular fragrance, So many reviewers rave about this one, so I thought this would be another great pistachio fragrance to bring into my collection. And I do have to say it is a very nice fragrance. Now this one is supposed to give off that yummy pistachio gelato. Now the perfumers for this are Olivier Cresp and Sebastian Cresp. Really nice. This is a sweet fragrance. This is definitely sweeter than the Pistachio by DS and Durga. And there's a lot of notes in this fragrance. Now it opens with some bergamot, which you'll definitely pick up on. There's that citrus, kind of that clean, sparkly kind of vibe in the opening. You've got your pistachio gelato. You've got hazelnut. There's also notes of sweet rum, so a very slight booziness to this. And then as you get into the heart, this is where you're going to notice more florals. There's geranium, there's white peonies, there's jasmine, mougette, some fruits going on, raspberry, peach, and pear. And then in the base, it gets more sweet. You've got cocoa, you've got whipped cream, you've got cotton candy. I mean, they're like, you're going to have a sweet tooth after smelling this fragrance. There's also some cedarwood, sandalwood, as well as tonka bean. Really nice, very sweet, very decadent. Now, what was surprising to me is when you think of the word gelato, you think of something a little bit more creamy, like a very creamy, rich, nutty kind of a dessert. And I was surprised because this is definitely something that's a little more watery, a little lighter. Works great for spring, summer, early fall. It has good longevity, good projection and sillage when you first spray it. It's about an arm's length. Now this one does get a lot closer to the body, but it definitely, as you're moving, you're going to get wafts of this constantly, and it's a lot of that sweetness to it. Now you're probably wondering, okay, which one does she like better out of the two? And I would have to say it would be Pistachio by DS and Durga for sure. This one is just delicious. It's not too sweet. It has that nice nuttiness from that pistachio. It's got that cookie vibe going on, so very decadent, very gourmand, very dessert-like as well. This one is nice, but what I noticed with the Yum Pistachio Gelato is that sweetness starts to smell almost like an artificial sweetener. And I don't really like that too much. It's sweet, but in an artificial way, where this is more natural smelling, if that makes sense. Both are really nice. This one is definitely leaning really sweet heavy with that cotton candy, with that whipped cream, with that cocoa. So if you like really sweet fragrances, you might like this one. However, I think the sweetness in this one is perfection. The nuttiness, everything about this one, in my opinion, is fantastic. If you want to start with something pistachio, definitely check out DS and Durga. Love it. I'm so glad they brought this into their line of fragrances rather than it just being a limited edition. So I'll put links to both of these fragrances in the description box so that you guys can check them out for yourself. So both links will be down there. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I'm curious if you have either one of these fragrances. Let me know in the comments what you think of them. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.